the enemy lining me up for no one likes you, Laura, I think to myself, okay, I have never done so much in a relationship in my life. Like I've played the male role and the female role in this relationship. I've given everything and I still get left for dead. So part of me was like, I don't really understand this relationship thing. I don't know what else I could do. And there was a voice that was like, yeah, because people really don't like you. Like it was loud then, because now I've been left for dead. So it was like, see, no matter what you do, no one can ever love you. That was loud. That was really loud. Wow. So I felt I had no choice but to go through an abortion, which was, as a Christian now, I tell you the repentance of that. Any woman that's gone through that, there's a repentance there. It changes you. There is no way you're coming back normal. But I decided to do it, and okay, I did it. I did it in a hotel room. I didn't have anyone, so I took the tablet at like 8 a.m, and that puts you into labor, which they don't tell you. So the pain started around 10, and the pain ended at about 8 p.m. I've never been in so much pain in my life, ever. And the fact that they don't tell you is, whatever. It was my choice, and I can't, But there was a moment where I was in so much pain. For hours, I was just going from like lying on the bed to lying on the bathroom floor to lying on the bedroom floor to lying in the shower, and I just circled my hotel room for hours. And I saw myself in the mirror, and it scared me. What I looked like was scary. I was like, I was being tortured, is what it felt like, which is childbirth, but you don't get anything at the end of it. So I remember holding onto the shower door, clinging onto the glass, begging for my life. Like literally begging for help. If anything is out there, same as when I was in America, sliding down that wall, if anything or anyone is there, please help me. But I didn't feel anything. And I think I've got these spirit guides around me that are always there to love me and protect me. And I just call on the angels and they come and save me. Well, nothing came to save me. In fact, it felt like they were probably laughing at me. And if I look back at that time now, which was a good few years ago now, abortions are demonic rituals that will destroy your life. That is one of the worst doors you can open, because you have just sacrificed a young, I don't know what a fetus, a baby. You've just sacrificed that to the enemy. There's a blood ritual. I went to bed at 10 o'clock. I passed out because I was so exhausted from the pain. And I woke up at 2 a.m. covered in blood. There was a ring around me like this, just blood. It went through the bedding, through the mattress. I had to apologize to the staff because they needed to buy a new mattress. I bled everywhere. And I was not the same after that. And something entered me after that. I opened a door to the darkest world I'd ever seen. Because I remember, well, first of all, my friend knocked on the door of this hotel the next morning because she was so worried about me. She'd been ringing me and I didn't even know. And she kind of left me for the day to sort of process everything. And in the evening, I sat on the balcony of this hotel and I'm overlooking this lake, and there's a huge thunderstorm. And I felt it go in me, this anger. It was like something went in, and this voice in me said, how dare you treat me like this? Do you not know who I am? I'm a witch. You can't do that to me. How dare you? I've never spoken to anyone or to myself ever like that in my entire life. Ever. And at the time, I was like, well, maybe this is like that 15-year-old in me that was gothic, and, because I did like witchcraft when I was a teenager. When I dyed my hair black and stuff, I was interested in witchcraft. And I never got to pursue it because life kind of got a bit better at that time. And I was like, maybe that 15-year-old in me is ready to come back. Maybe that was when I felt the most powerful in my life, when I was dyeing my hair black and doing all these things. But looking back, I had opened a door. And that was possession. And I'd never
Hmm.
experienced that before. Something literally was now in me and acting as me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. So full possession.
Yeah.
That's it's incredible when you tell that story and how it portrays itself as if it should have been there the whole time,
Mm.
is how it portrayed it. It's like, how like, almost, how dare you not do this sooner, which is striking to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it just showcases how evil and how far that journey took you. It took you all the way to where that entity finally was able to go in fully.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we see a lot of, a lot of the mental health illnesses that we see. This those people that are going to the very end of that line where now possession enters, and now you're seeing not your own thoughts, somebody else, something else is in you, and making your life that much worse because you can't even control some aspects of it, which is shocking. So that truly is the darkest time. Not
Mm-hmm.
only it seems like you were mentioning, there was an assignment from the enemy to bring that individual into your life, but to create that chaos, it was almost the perfect orchestra, like the perfect symphony of what the enemy planned in order to get you to that position. Did you ever feel a potential break in that evil,
What
or
do you
did it
mean?
just get worse?
Oh, it got worse.
It
Oh,
got
it got
worse.
worse. Yeah,
It
it got
got worse.
worse for
Wow.
2 years.
Wow. So now, okay. Wow. There's a lot just to process with that
I
then,
know.
because I mean, we could talk about, yes, the sacrifice of a child does open doors, and we see that in modern society a lot, especially in wealthy circles and bigger things like that. There's a lot of talk of that, and there's power in it. Um, there's negative power in it, but there is power in it. So obviously now you're fully traumatized, possessed, down a dark path.
Mm.
You kind of left alone, astray. Um, did you have any outlet that you could talk to anybody at this point? Did you have any solace, or did it just manifest way worse?
Yeah, that's one thing sadly, I never really had anyone to talk to. The enemy
Mm,
really did isolate me, which I
wow.
think he does with people because it actually amplifies
Wow.
your torture.
That makes
So,
sense.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, isolation is
That's
one
an
of his
interesting point.
tools. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what it is in hell. It's full isolation while full torment for eternity, plaguing by the same spirits that have known us since birth, which is just it's horrible until the
Mm-hmm.
great judgment, of course. But
Mm-hmm.
so, okay, so let's talk about that, Laura. Then what happened then afterwards?
So I decided to go home back to England. I didn't feel like I could stay and I didn't have the strength. I could have done like a student visa or something. I didn't want to do the partner visa anymore, obviously. Didn't want to go back and study. I was tired. So I decided to go home.
Mm,
And I didn't want to. I was like, no, I still want to be in Australia. But I didn't feel like I had a choice. So I went home and I stayed with my mum for a few months. And I really did seek help. Like
mm,
I remember going to her. I had so many regrets doing that. Obviously, I mean, what woman like obviously? And I remember going to her and being like, "Mum, I wish I never did that. I wish I never." And I just was crying, and she just was like, "Well, you can't think like that," and just turned on her heels and walked away. That was my childhood, right? So there's
wow.
really no one to like sink into and cry.
Mm,
So I think I would say I probably went into survival. I have to survive, you know. That's what I have to do. So I started, I was already still doing my work, but I started focusing, like, I'll do my work, get more clients, get back into it a bit more. But now my work had taken a twist. Now my work had a witchcraft um, sort of sticker to it because
mm,
I was reading, drawing virtue tarot cards, which had butterflies and sparkly things on it, and at least it's a bit fluffy. But now it's like, no, I want tarot cards with skulls on it. and I want them to all be black and to have, knives on them and stuff that I'm not, I promise you, not interested in, never have been. Something was in me, 100%, like something, I had something in me. And I could suddenly start seeing things again. I started seeing, like, really clearly now, being able to see demons, I guess, like demons that pose as mythological creatures. Like I saw Medusa. I remember
Wow.
I was doing a tarot reading, and I lit some candles, and I bought this cauldron. I was really going for a witchy vibe, and I guess it became like a seance. And I shut all the lights off, and I felt the presence of something come into the room. And I looked up, and there was this woman standing in front of me with this sort of snakes, and I'm like, and something pushed, like tapped the back of my head, and pushed my head down like this. And as that happened, I remember thinking to myself, oh my gosh, yeah, you're not supposed to look at Medusa in the eyes, are you?
Wow.
And I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm there like this, and I feel her walking around the table. And I'm just like, wow. And I thought I'm become more powerful than ever. That's what I'm thinking. I can now see these things. That's what I thought. But no, it was just, I had so many things on me. So I was now doing spells and witchcraft and tarot readings using these types of beings. And I was buying like statues of these deities. They're called deities, right? Statues of these deities. I started working with Hecate, the goddess of witchcraft, or the moon or something. I can't remember now. So it got quite dark. Statues of Lucifer, and I was interested in Persephone and Hades. Like the underworld became really interesting to me. I was seeking information on that.
So now you're going so deep where it's normal. It's a normal part of life where you're looking at almost Luciferian items, artifacts, rituals, open doors, and you're expecting to see these entities, these creatures manifest into these almost pagan gods, to provide you power in order to work on your craft. And you're thinking it's fine, right?
It's fine.
And not only thinking it's fine, you're thinking you want to see more of it because you want to go deeper within your calling, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're seeing all these creatures, you're having these idols, these statues, these deities coming, and when you got these items, did the items bring in other things too?
I would imagine so.
Yeah,
I'd
I
say
would
yeah,
think so too.
probably.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I can only imagine how dark it really got then. I can only
well,
imagine.
it's just like suddenly the underworld, which I'd never been interested in before, suddenly that became really fascinating to me. I mean, if you think
Yeah.
about it, when you have an abortion, as graphic as it is, like there's 2 tablets you have to take. The first one actually stops the baby from growing, so it essentially kills it, and then the second one expels it. So you've had death in your body. Now, when you've had death inside your body, that does something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's I'm speaking from a spiritual perspective, from someone that can see these things. This is what I was shown, and so suddenly there's just an interest in anything to do with the underworld. And I found Dante's Inferno fascinating, and I studied all the different realms and all the sort of entities and demons that came with it. And my sister did say to me, like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, fine." What are you talking about? Oh, she just doesn't understand me because, she thinks that I'm suffering, but I'm not. I'm just becoming really powerful. That was my thinking. So I kind of dabbled. And then for a few months, and then God was trying to come in at this point.